Hello everybody, Chris Wood here, September 1st. Just doing a quick update to show you that there has been serious changes to my skull, to my face. This whole right side of my head has been completely changed. My identity on my right side, this is where I get broadcasted through from what is called remote neuromonitoring. It is being used on me through a bunch of psychotic junkies who are co-offenders with Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police, and they are using the R&M on their victims to mentally screw them up, to cause memory losses. They are using it for human trafficking. They are using it, like I said, to destroy brains, to cause memory losses in their victims so they get out of criminal civil lawsuits, so they get away with the crimes that they are committing. If their victims cannot remember the crimes that are taking place, then it makes it a lot easier for them to get away with them. Isn't that right? Spencer Mills, O.P.P, ex-chief, Staff Sergeants Shannon Cork, Robert King, Robert Lucas, Stacy, and Shelley Hafner. And using the doctors here that you have to cover your crimes, to blacklist your victims, to assure that you get away with them, to discriminate against them and help buy time. Dr. Tatiana B, the one that falsifies files. Kind of funny that I have a file against me that says all this stuff when I hadn't been to a doctor or a hospital in almost 7 to 10 years, and then all of a sudden I get this bullshit falsified file on me. That once this started on me after I was shot by the ex-chief who went by in a white Jeep Wrangler, and somebody in a black truck, after he waved, they pointed something and shot it at me, and it went into my right ear. That's when the medical blacklist, and that's when the problem started, and then that's when the medical blacklisting started. Especially the day of my CAT scan. I finally got one done in November of 2019, and Stacy was there talking to her girlfriend Tatiana, the one that falsifies files, and then that's when that started, was after that. So I would go to a hospital, I would get, I seen your file, I seen your file, I seen your file. What the hell are you talking about? We're not doing nothing for you. I'm being treated, I'm having all kinds of problems happening to me. I've had possible heart attacks, I've had lung problems, kidney problems, skull deforming, brain injuring, being numbed down through the EMFs and then broadcasted through me while they are high. A bunch of junkies that are using this on me, co-offenders with O.P.P, William Bill Wooldridge, last known used name, 149 Center Street North, Napanee. Blair Hardy, a Tyler Lake, a Javen Alstein, a Ray Ray, a Sam, a Hope Mills, a homeless woman named Michelle, an Allie Cooper, a Bucktooth Bob, a Maggie Falls, Bert Hustler. Maggie Falls, by the way, is a cop, so she is an undercover. That's what Maggie Falls is. In the process, I'm having issues on me from me speaking of police crimes. This is about mentally destroying me so they get away with this. This is about human trafficking, identity thefts, and murders. They are also guilty of having my mother stalked and murdered through the R&M, which gave her tumors and cancer back in December of 2020. Today would have actually been her 79th birthday. So, with that being said, I just want to take a second and say that I love you to my mother, and I am not going to let this go. I am going through identity theft, but one way or another, and I am being mentally seriously injured while doing this, but one way or another, I will not let that go with them murdering my mother. They do what they do to me for revenge, retaliation, to frame whatever the fuck your plan is since 2019 O.P.P, the one's name, you do what you do to me. It's all revenge retaliation. There's nothing been legal on anything you've ever done. Neither is the rest of the cops or the doctors here. You're all covering for each other. One hand washes the other. This is how you're getting away with it, plus a justice of the peace to obstruct and make accusations against victims. But I will not let my mother's homicide, and that's exactly what that was, go. So you destroyed a bloodline, you're destroying my identity, you're destroying my brain, you're destroying a bloodline, you're destroying my face, you've destroyed my skull, I've proven it, and there's been nothing that I can do. Even with proof, I've still been called a liar. So this is the kind of stuff that I've been through over the last 3 years for trying to save lives from human trafficking scum police who are terrorists. So, and one of the main people doing this is a guy named Tyler Lake. He's probably about 30, 31, 32 years old. Also, Blair Hardy, who is allegedly in jail, like I've said many times, but he is still using this on me. He is co-offender and boss to O.P.P cops, the ones named. He's co-drug trafficker, co-human trafficker, and he's also part of this identity theft on me. They are all highly psychotic, highly delusional. They are all on serious drugs. They're probably whatever, but they're doing the crack, the crystal meth, the fentanyl, the heroin, and all that other garbage. And these bastards are using R&M on me while they are on this crap, and using it on me while they are high like a game. And in the process, I've been having stuff going through my body, up in here, through my jugular, and deformed my face. It was actually piss and shit, feces and urine from all these other people broadcasting through me and pissing and shitting on me through this themselves. Because with remote neuromonitoring, it actually acts like a hologram pretty much, and it is 100% researchable and provable. But R&M is a microchip implant, and I can very well prove it. That's implanted into a body to destroy a person's nervous system, which benefits people for memory losses, and so they get out of criminal civil lawsuits and they get away with their crimes. It makes it a lot easier. I am 50 years old. The one doing this to me is 58, 60 years old, and William Aldridge is approximately 70 years old. He believes that we were switched at birth, but he also thinks that he's Harry Potter as well. When I am 50, he's 70. There's no way that we could be switched at birth. He also believes that he's possibly my dad as well. Like I said, he thinks a lot of things. He was told this by Stacy and Spencer Bells, and they don't have to prove nothing. So, you did this after 3 years, the skull deforming and everything else. I just want to say congratulations, but I am Chris Wood, not Blair Hardy. Regardless whether you have prisoner tracking on me or not, and I have no criminal history, no psychological record or history either, and those lies have been cast against me to help get away with this freaking crime, with this crime against me. And they need to answer for this. So I hope you junkies are having fun doing this to me, completely deforming my skull in about 50 different ways, and I have shown it and proving it. This is how you human traffic, this is how you frame, and this is how you murder for revenge retaliation. To be above suspicion. You murder me as a wanted inmate sex offender. It works in your favor, doesn't it, O.P.P, i.e. Waldridge or Hardy? So, and then you collect insurance policies on your victims, isn't that right? Like you did with my mother, Hardy, and Waldridge, and the rest. How much did you collect on her? How much did you put out on me? How much money are you making off of me? How much was I sold for this revenge retaliation homicide? And I'm saying it like this because they can see and hear me doing this right now. Anyway, I just wanted to say also thank you so much to my subscribers. I appreciate every one of you, and I appreciate you watching my videos. Hit that like button, share. 30 subscribers, wow, thank you so much. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Love all, hate none. Hit that like button. This is, like I said, this is very serious and if I can prove my identity theft happening, which I have, then, they are guilty of murder and missing, they're guilty of human trafficking and other serious felony crimes, including even paladin security. They got involved as well. So, Chris Wood, love all, hate none. Hit the like button, share, subscribe.